Welcome back to KK's Quilt Studio. This week's 5-Minute Friday topic is going to be on drawing tools. You'll find your drawing tools here along the left vertical toolbar. Did you know that you can undock your toolbar and move it easily to the workspace for easy access? When you're through drawing or wish to return the toolbar to its original position, just click, hold down the mouse key, and drag and drop. For today's demonstration, we'll keep our toolbar on the work table. The first tool we're going to work with is the pencil. You'll notice that the pencil, there's a letter P. This tool can also be turned on by accessing the P on your keyboard. Likewise, with the line, an L, a C for a curve, B for Bezier, and A for the 3-point arc tool. The pencil acts just like a piece of paper and a pencil. Left click, hold down, you'll notice your mouse key has turned to a little pencil, and just drag along. For today's purposes, I'm not going to draw anything too artsy. We're just going to scribble with our tools, and I encourage you to do that as well. So when I release the mouse key, you'll notice that my pencil just floats. So I can move it to the next place I wish to start and continue by depressing my mouse key and moving the mouse key along until I'm done drawing and again release the key. You'll notice that where I left off, release my mouse key, and then began depressing it again, are still connected. That's because my key, the drawing tool, is still active. To deactivate a drawing tool, just right-click on your mouse. I can go to my select tool also to select the object, and you'll see I still have an opening. Maybe I wish to close this shape that I've drawn. Go ahead and go to your close shape tool, and that puts a line in from my stopping point to where I started. Let's go to the line tool next. Line tool drops a node every time that we click. So if I'm clicking, everything becomes a straight line node. If I were to depress the Control key on my keyboard, holding it down while I click, you'll see that my lines turn to curves. Once I release that Control key and begin clicking again, I return to lines. Now let's activate the curve tool. Again, every third click, I get a curve. And like the line tool, if I depress the Control key while I'm clicking, I begin to get straight lines. When I release the Control key, it again returns to curves. And if I were to select both of those lines and hit my Connect Objects, it draws a line between the ending point on this one and the ending point here. Again, if I wanted to close the shape, I'd use the Control or Close Shape tool, and now my shape is a closed shape. If I drew something that I would need to add a 1/4 inch seam allowance to, I can draw that as well. And Art and Stitch places a outline of a 1/4 inch all the way around the item I've drawn. Now that's not necessarily something that I would want to use and cut out, but it gives you the idea. Let's move to a clean spot on our table, and you'll notice my artwork bar stays right where it is. The Bezier tool is a little bit different, and when I click, it looks as though I'm getting just straight lines. But when I click and hold my mouse key down, I begin to get shapes or curves, directions to my Bezier curve. Again, click and drag, and click and drag. So you can play with your Bezier tool and see the many different effects you can get. Again, deactivate the tool, and let's go to the 3-point arc tool. The 3-point arc tool is every third click you're going to get a curve. So 2 clicks and it looks like a straight line, but once I put in that third click, it becomes a curve. And 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. So every third click, you'll see I get a curve. It's just like doing a dance. Let's go back to our reshape tool and click on that line and look at the points. You'll see that this point is a cusp because I have little handles on it, and they react separately from one another. This node, however, is a smooth point because when I grab the handles, they react in opposite fashions. I can also tell what kind of point it is by selecting it and then right-clicking on my mouse. When I right-click, it'll bring up this little window and it will tell you, yes, this is a smooth point. I can change it to a cusp or change it back to a line, depending on what I need. If I change it to a cusp point, now those handlebars again will react separately rather than together as in a cusp point. So that gives you a little background about the drawing tools and nodes and how they react to each other. So I encourage you to try out some of the tools and just scribble. It doesn't have to be anything beautiful, but learn how the tools perform and you'll be on your way to drawing something fabulous for your next quilting design. Thanks for joining me again, and I'll see you back next time on 5 Minute Friday. Until we meet again, happy quilting!